keluargaku dari Somalia dan saya dibesarkan di Amerika. Saya ingat tumbuh di rumah tangga Muslim Sunni moderat dan saya meninggalkan agama di usia yang sangat muda. Sekitar umur 15 tahun adalah saat saya murtad. Tidak ada yang namanya kasih tanpa syarat dalam Islam. Keluarga Anda adalah keluarga Anda, dan mereka mengasihi dan peduli pada Anda, tetapi itu semua berdasarkan ketaatan Anda pada agama. Begitu Anda mulai menyimpang dari agama, kasih itu hilang. Anda tidak lagi kerabat dengan mereka. Anda adalah orang asing bagi mereka. Ketika saya pertama kali mulai mengungkapkan pendapatku tentang Islam, tindakan langsungnya adalah, kamu perlu membaca lebih banyak Alquran. Itu pengukuhan yang lambat. Ini dimulai dengan, mari kita membaca bagian ini bersama-sama. Atau, ayo berdoa bersama. Menjelang akhir itu, Anda benar-benar terkunci dari orang lain.
My family is from Somalia, and I was raised in America. I remember growing up in a pretty moderate Sunni Muslim household, and I left the religion at a really young age. At around 15 is when I left. There is no such thing as unconditional love in Islam. Your family is your family, and they love and care about you, but it's all based on your adherence to the religion. The second you start to deviate from the religion, that love is gone. You are no longer kin to them. You are a stranger to them. When I first started expressing my opinions on Islam, the immediate action was you need to read more Quran. And it was a slow build-up. It started first with, let's just read this, passage together, or let's go pray together. And towards the end, it was, you are completely locked off from everybody else. I was locked in a room by myself with no ability to talk to anybody else. And the only person I was really allowed to talk to was a religious leader who would come to the house maybe once a week or twice. After about 2 months in isolation and just going through a ton of abuse, I ran until I found someone and they called the cops for me. After that, I was living out of a runaway shelter for teens as I was going through the court system trying to get my emancipation. I had worked really, really hard over 2.5 years to build a new life for myself in a completely different city, states away. And I had absolutely not a single person I was communicating with that connected to me to my family. And on graduation day, as I'm on the stage and I hear my name get called and I'm walking across and I look at the front row and I see my mom. After the awards ceremony, I sat down and talked with her, and she told me, let's be a family again first and worry about these religious differences second. We arrived at her house and she told me, oh, everybody's waiting for you in the basement. It's a surprise party. And I came in through the front door and there was a lot of shoes, at the front of the house. I could smell all sorts of food that, brought back all sorts of amazing memories. And I went down into the basement. I was halfway down the steps when I heard the door close behind me and then locks turn. We didn't have locks when I lived there. So it was at that moment I knew that I had walked into something that I shouldn't have walked into. When I turned the corner in the basement, there was every adult male in my immediate family and a religious leader sitting in the center. And I knew immediately there was no escaping this. And I waited a little while and I looked around and the remaining people that were there, they weren't even talking. They sat there just lost in their heads trying to process what just happened. And it was at that moment that I took my chance and I just walked out. No one stopped me.